The lantern that never went out. Have you ever seen a lantern that glowed without oil or flame tonight? I will tell you the story of a magical lantern that taught a village the meaning of hope. So close your eyes, my dear ones, and let this gentle tale shine softly into your dreams. My dear little ones, it is your old storyteller again. Tonight we travel to the mountains of China, where mist curls around the peaks and rivers sing through the valleys. In one mountain village, people lit lanterns each evening to guide travelers. Safely home lanterns also stood outside every house as a sign of welcome, but one winter a great storm struck. It lasted many days. The wind blew so hard that every lantern in the village was blown out. Darkness filled the streets, and the people grew fearful. Among the villagers was a young girl named Lynn. Her family was poor. They had little rice left and no oil to light their lantern. Yet Lynn was gentle and brave. She told her grandmother, "Do not be afraid, I will find a way to bring light again." So she wrapped herself in a worn cloak and walked into the night. She climbed up the steep mountain path. The snow bit her feet, but she did not stop. At the top she found a cave. Inside was an old monk sitting quietly. His lantern glowed, though it had no oil and no flame. Lynn bowed respectfully. "Master, how does your lantern burn in this storm?" The monk smiled. "Child, this lantern shines from hope itself. It never goes out so long as the one who carries it has kindness in their heart. Would you like to take it back to your village?" Lynn's eyes sparkled. "Yes, master. The people need light." She accepted the lantern and hurried down the mountain. The storm raged, but the lantern glowed steadily. When she reached the village, the people gathered around amazed. They had never seen such light. She placed it in the center of the square, and the darkness fled. Families wept with relief. Children clapped their hands. The lantern did more than light the streets. It gave the people courage. They shared their rice with one another. They helped neighbors fix broken roofs. They sang songs to keep warm Lynn. S lantern became the heart of the village. Every night they gathered around it, and no one felt afraid. But soon a wealthy merchant grew jealous. He thought, "If I own the lantern, people will honor me." He tried to take it from the square. But when he carried it to his house, the lantern grew dim. He filled it with oil, yet it would not shine. Frustrated, he brought it back. The light returned only when it was placed in the square for all to share. The people realized the truth. This lantern belongs to everyone, not just one person. Years passed, the storm ended, but the lantern never faded. It burned brighter whenever the villagers were kind to one another, and softer whenever they quarreled. Children grew up learning that hope and kindness were the true flame behind its glow. And Lynn, though still poor, was loved by all, for it was her courage that brought light to the darkest days. And so, my dear ones, remember, this true light does not come from oil or fire. It comes from kindness, courage, and hope. When you share these with others, you will never live in darkness.